Odds are you're watching this video on your phone, probably sitting in a chair, on a couch, or lying in a bed, maybe even with your leg up. As you watch videos though, how often do you think about how the technology you are using progressed to where it is now? From its humble, sparse beginnings to its everyday use, the telephone has become necessary for communication worldwide. Like any innovation, the telephone has fluctuated in purpose, design, and function over its vast lifespan. Let's kick back and investigate the evolution of the telephone and how it has affected our culture.
Initially, the development of the telephone was slow. People showed hesitancy towards changing their method of communication. After all, for centuries now, letters carried their personal affections over land and sea. The closest civilization got to updating their method of correspondence was through the telegraph, which required quick skills to send and interpret messages. Still, there existed no sender verification that met handwriting standard. But with the advent of the information era, the early internet and personal computers completely revolutionized communication and technology utilization as a whole.
Rapid developments in the hardware of PCs led to their expansion in the global market, where they could run several business programs perfect for office work. PCs went from tape-running paper-shooting machines to processors with visual cues and interactivity, making room for new entertainment applications. As the commercial industry along with technology developed, so too did the phone into the cell phone, able to be carried anywhere, even if it was bulky. Fast forward to the early 2000s when Nokia and BlackBerry ruled the market, combining leisure and business into smaller and more diverse products, smartphones, able to connect to the internet and find use by every audience.
We always, as company Nokia, we did believe all the way through the 90s that CDMA will be a viable system, and therefore we started developing a CDMA phone in 1991, and we will have a phone ready when the operators will be there with working systems.
Finally, in 2007, inspired by their iPod, Apple released the iPhone 2G, the capstone dominating product of the time that became the precedent for all smartphones to come with its holy grail, a touchscreen. All the innovations made the clunkiness of the PC into a far smaller, smarter, and extremely portable device with all the world's information under its tool belt.
Even though smartphones found a foothold in commercial markets, they condensed entertainment programs and exposed them to mass audiences that came for the communication and productivity apps. Probably the greatest example of this would be the exponential rise in popularity of social media. From 2010 on, unique social media downloads almost always continually increase. That meant more and more memes and cat pictures. Just like with all good things, people took social media and made the worst of it. It promoted a fake culture with people faking their lives and insulting others to do so, or doing dangerous and illegal things to gain popularity. The popularity of online pranks, viral trends, and cyberbullying has led to life-changing events or even deaths of hundreds, if not thousands, each year.
I have seen things that people would say, things that they would do to one another. Now it has become socially acceptable to bully each other online.
Another major risk from the growing use of social media and the internet is cybersecurity. Those inept at recognizing the tricks played by scammers through fake websites or mail lists, or those who don't practice safe online security habits and get their accounts hacked, fall into a chasm of financial and personal security problems. This includes identity theft, false withdrawals, and giving an access point to other hackers. Even on a small scale, viruses and malware compiled over time slow down and eventually stop the computer altogether.
But it's clear now that we didn't do enough to prevent these tools from being used for harm as well. And that goes for fake news, foreign interference in elections, and hate speech, as well as developers and data privacy.
Despite this, internet and social media access isn't all bad. Information is more readily available at all times by all people with a connection, even if filtered or warped at times. Plus, people demand constant tech innovation to keep brands in the market, which is a net benefit for the world. With several competing apps for social media, people can fact-check or assemble with any group of people and find inclusion, even if they aren't offline. In fact, according to Pollfish, slightly over 50% of Gen Z would rather have an online friend through social media, text, or video games than communicate in person. Even more alarming to some is that the Washington Post found that over half of Gen Z would also rather have friendships than romance. All of these lead to, for the most part, an unparalleled international healthy online experience for all people. Overall, the phone has had a major impact on today's society. Some are beneficial, such as access to information and worldwide communication. Others aren't as good, such as the rise of cyberbullying and hate groups. The phone has found a way to incorporate itself into almost everything we do throughout our day, having many functions in job spaces and in organizations. With the help of the phone, people's lives have been made more convenient and easier. It's difficult to imagine the state of the world without all of the technological advances made.